Nearly everyone hunts you, yet you live in spite of that.
I remember you.
In no small part thanks to you, Excellency.
I've helped you, yes. At first I shan't regret it.
As do I. I wouldn't want to seem ungrateful.
Are you seeking employment? I was unaware.
My aim here is different.
Really? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Foltest was a good king.
I've already conveyed the Emperor's... Since we're talking about Temeria and Foltest, currently the fallen king's advisor, the sorceress Triss Merigold.
Why do you ask,
I heard the two of you are.
Mages have a natural tendency to disappear into thin air once.
Maybe they wonder if witches locked in dungeons... You're avoiding the subject. Have it your way, I shan't press. But I'll ask one more question, if I may.
Of course, Your Excellency.
I mentioned Triss because, I must admit, I am perturbed.
Perhaps you could be a bit clearer.
Then I shall ask directly. Do you know anything
What?
about Merigold's involvement with an organization? Assuming, of course, that you are.
I'm a witcher. I rarely theorize. Killing monsters is purely practical.
I don't doubt it. Though sometimes a single understatement can... So, I thank you for your silence, Witcher.
Why are you so interested in this organization of sorceresses?
I wonder about some
Sorceresses.
strange coincidences. I'm told several of them were seen in the vicinity when the assassination of...
What's so suspicious about that? Mages have always thronged around monarchs.
I'm not accusing anyone. I merely said it makes me wonder.
Is that a Maroon 5 song? Huh?
What's the Emperor's envoy doing here? Satisfy my curiosity.
The last unfortunate conflict left the northern kingdoms in pitiful economic His Imperial Majesty desires we wish to offer financial assistance, so...
Henselt is coping admirably as far as I can see.
The details of my visit here are reserved for the Emperor and...
You sure they're that big a secret? I mean, they could be important to me.
I can reveal one thing. The Emperor was very moved to hear the White Wolf had returned. He asked me to investigate the matter personally and submit a report.
Why do I interest him?
He didn't say. Is it?
I saw you with Foltest before. Now you're with Henselt. No doubt you'll visit the King of
Very
Redania
suspect.
next.
I need not go far. Radovid is...
Lochmuin? An ancient elven city quite a ways away.
The mages wish to re-establish their council.
Very suspect.
Greetings,
Foltest's killer forced Triss to teleport him to...
That nosy little meddler Triss used my megascope to accomplish that. Even if Triss is in Vergen, I cannot locate her. This damn fog prevents any...
It's pretty obvious you and Deathmold...
Deathmold is an overgrown baby. A fine match for King Henselt. The problem is that he's as jealous as he is childish. He claims
I'd assumed that after killing the Kayran, the Pontar Valley would hold no further interest.
You know nothing about me, Witcher. King Henselt cannot...
Where's the king? King? I need some money. What? Surely you have more money in here.
Come in, Witcher. I wish you to feel at ease, as this is an unofficial audience. You helped me.
Peace and quiet, sire. I need to clear my name. Though I tend not to meddle in politics, this time I believe I have no choice.
You must answer quickly and unequivocally. You must be clear, Witcher. Did you kill
No.
Do you know who did?
A witcher named Letho.
Do you know each other?
I don't know. I have amnesia. Letho has suggested he knows something about me. It's possible we met before.
There's an old Kedwenny saying, a bitch will never
What's that
bite
supposed to mean?
another bitch. 100% accurate where sorceresses are concerned.
To the matter at hand, sire.
De Tanseville claims this Letho is in the area. Is that
Yes.
true?
Yes.
What does he want
Probably.
here? My head?
He's hiding from Yorvith and his Scoia'tael. I don't know his plans.
And you aim to get him?
I do.
Last question. Do you know who had Foltest and Demavend assassinated? Who's behind the Kingslayers?
I don't know.
My spies have confirmed your... Now to the other matter. The mist, the rain. My mages, as usual, have proved useless. They blather on about higher mat. This matter must be settled with a sword.
Money.
A witcher's.
I'm willing to try.
Excellent. Lift the curse, and you'll
Cool.
learn the meaning of royal generosity. And even should you fail to catch this Letho, I shall help you clear your name. Consider Deathmold at your disposal. He'll give you all the necessary information. Also,
Yes.
you are free to move. Now,
The curse was cast 3 years ago. Any sign it's been active in the interim?
is that important?
Sire, we're not talking about a fortune told in a tent on market day, nor about some curse cast by a novice mage. We're dealing with a complex spell. Uncommon knowledge and skill were required to cast it. Lifting it will be... If I'm going to deal with it, I need...
Ah, the play.
As we forged our way through the fog, you claimed it was Glevisig's curse.
Sabrina Glevisig's. I ordered her bound to a wagon wheel and burned alive.
Oh,
While
wow.
dying, she cursed me
You're
and
a
my
fine
lineage.
king.
That was 3 years ago.
What did you condemn Sabrina for, sire?
1 year after the Peace of Sintra, I fought Demerven for Lord. It raged until evening when Sabrina Glevisig decided to take 3,000 men turned to bloody charred meat scraps. The fire consumed Kedwenis and Adernians alike. Knights boiled alive in their armor. War is for the honorable. When the likes of Glevisig enter the fray.
I see. I see. I see. Okay.
What drove Sabrina to attack her own...
I've heard none. She was my advisor, a member of the Council of Mages. For years.
Was she loyal?
Ha!
Sire, do you remember the curse itself?
All she said at the time has been fulfilled to some degree. A star adorned with a bloody braid will cut across the heavens. Square coins.
Coins?
Interesting. I level up again.
Witcher, a word, if you will.
See what this fool has to say.
Spoiled my day. Bloody hell.
You have no idea how delighted I am to work in tandem with you.
True, I have no idea.
Better times approach, Geralt, you shall see.
Not at all.
Wonderful, I feel we shall become
I'm not looking for new friends, Deathmold. Let's get...
I see. As you seem to be the hero, how might I help?
Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
Yes.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into Draugrs.
Draugrs, is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle,
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have...
Well, I've no idea how to find them, apart from which I know little about them.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you.
Then why do you have to tell him that?
Have you dealt with curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears and it
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
Nice.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banord.
Glevis's curse is a 4th level.
You're a
blood
nerd,
spell.
aren't you?
It's also known as the Archmistress's curse. A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework. Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood. Best done at midnight, surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole pyre around her. Tell me about Glevisig's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the great encyclopedia of curses, spells, and prophecies. And of...
You're crazy.
I'm not going to waste my time reading. Tell me the important bits.
Oh, no need to be ashamed, Geralt. In these times, few
I'm
get the
gonna
opportunity.
punch you.
I can read, mage. Time's a-wasting. Are you gonna start helping me?
The effects and phenomena generated by a 4th level blood curse require an immense amount of the power. The eclipse, the death of a dynasty, the battle of spectres. No sorcerer, no living being can summon such
But some clever mages discovered how to make possible the impossible. Since then, the world has lived in fear of your curses. Genius.
A prophecy that initiates a blood curse is simply a spell that binds the power. It should be cast at a site A battlefield is perfect. Blood-soaked ground, defined boundaries, a symbolic dimension. For the last 3 years, day after day, month after month, the initiating curse has been gathering the power, drawing it from the elements of fire, earth. The energy thus accumulated enter the activator, one of the prophesied events possessing its own symbolic dimension. It Ordinarily, the curse cannot utilize all the built-up power, which must be released in some way, so one gets some.
Are you sure Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed.
How many confirmed cases of there being...
1. By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevisig was part of that team.
Oh,
A
crap.
small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the life. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very talented but completely mad man.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodalega.
Precisely. Beside which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
We've got our comet and murder. What about the coins?
We have those as well. Not in
No. Why do I get the feeling I've stumbled on some shameful secret?
the state.
If you don't tell me, your head of state may soon lose his head.
There's a plot afoot within the military. Those involved share a symbol, a square coin adorned. Let's do this. I shall in no way hinder your investigation, and you will reveal to me anything you learn.
You'll let me know. Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevisig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake. Not the most comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Are you suggesting Henselt may be safe?
I'm suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the battle of specters. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her
Well,
death.
she was burned.
If I'm not mistaken, you need blood to cast a blood curse.
Precisely, unachievable otherwise.
Sabrina was bound to a wagon wheel. Where did she get enough blood?
Her blood?
She put a spell on a soldier who gave her a coup de grace. It was easy, the minds of some soldiers are so uncomplicated. Sabrina needed one of them to strike her, shorten her suffering, but complete the curse. However, this is where she erred. That whore performed miracles, gathered the power, got the prophecy and activator right, but fell flat on her face on the simplest thing at the end.
Which was?
Don't get so excited.
She chose a fool, a bungler. I heard he thrust 5 times with his spear, yet the witch's soul would not quit her corpse.
There was no one guarding the pyre?
It was one of the guards the sorceress chose for the task. His comrades were irate. He spoiled the show for them. The king was no longer anywhere near.
In any case, blood flowed and the curse took root.
Yes, but the harlot got her due.
You're gonna help me.
Of course.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it.
Nerd.
I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The rune. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Naziah.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling
Are there women in
the
the camp?
cute women?
There's that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
The only diviner I've ever trusted told me.
Interesting. That being?
A drunkard and a fool in love. He's dead, but keep your nose out of my past.
You hear me? Don't you go around poking into my business. Right, alright.